Juanita in Baltimore, Maryland. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com. But call me Mo Better, because I'm going to have you looking more better, seeing more better. And on top of that, I'm going to show you how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses when I cut Crizal Prevencia lenses for your Rayban 2180V. Color 2012, which is the classic tortoise in the 49 eye size. Let me take everything out of the original packaging as Rayban sends it to me. Your hard shell Rayban case, your Rayban cleaning cloth, and of course the star of the show, the main attraction. Comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together during shipping. I'm going to put that on there when I ship to you. And of course this is, I was supposed to bring in some more batteries. This is the Rayban 2180V for vision, color 2012, which is the tortoise in the 49 eye size. Now this also comes in a 47 and several colors. Of course, when I hold it up to the light, that's when you see the tortoise. Comes in a black and a few other colors. But anyone wants one, if I don't have one of the colors you want listed on the website, just email me and I'll make it happen. So, Juanita's dad actually got a pair from me last week, and they turned out great, so he had to order a pair for his daughter. So let me begin. I'm going to pop out the original demo lenses. Of course, you're going to receive all of this. Put your frame into the tracing element of my edger. By the way, this is not completely round. This is known as the classic P3 shape. It has the keyhole bridge where it looks like you can put a skeleton key in there versus a classic saddle type of bridge. This shape is coming back strong, really strong. So anyone out there is undecided, this is a great frame. It only sells for $158, and of course it comes with one free pair of clear single vision lenses. Let me program the shape into the computer, so years from now, should she ever need new lenses, I can send them right to her home. I'm going to hit the start button. Little stylus is going to pop up and go around and trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic Ray-Ban frame and you'll receive one free pair of clear, single-vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. That's right, I do non-prescription lenses for people, just for fashion. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they're prescription or not. These are ophthalmic grade frames, so that's why you get a reimbursed. Let's move on to the next screen. Your pupillary distance is 56 divided by 2 is 28. I'm going to tap the minus button until we get to 28. I actually do want to raise the optical center height up. This one's a little deep. Let's go ahead. Let's do 25.5. I'm going to go 2.5 up at 25.5. Now let's go ahead and get your lenses prepped. This is your right lens, which reads minus 50. What does it read? Minus 50, minus 1 1/4 at 10. So I'm going to put the axis wheel on 10, put the power drum, make sure everything's on 0, put that on minus 50. Put the lens in, rotate until the spherical component comes into view. That's the right lens, so we're going to flip that over. Check your astigmatism correction. Minus 175. Yep, that is correct. Put 3 dots on your lenses. Get down there. Get out of the way. There we go. This is the right lens, so I'm going to mark that R. Let's now do the same thing for the left. Turn the axis wheel to 167. Put the power drum on plano. Grab the lens, put it in, rotate until the spherical component comes into view. Check your astigmatism correction. Let's see where that lines up. Actually, I think this is going to be, flip that one over. There we go. I had the lenses decentered, so one's the top, one's the bottom. It's the same prescription flipped over, but one is higher than the other. So that's why I know one's the top, one's the bottom. Put 3 dots on these lenses. Let me darken those for you. And this is the left lens. Now again, if you guys missed any of that, say it with me. Let me recap. Okay, so where am I at? Oh, I need 2 blocks. or as I like to call them, Jenny from the block. I need to attach these to your lens while they are cutting, so I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got 2 right here. I'm going to put the black side is the sticky side. Stick this onto the block. Now on the back is a silver button that is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice once I make the other side sticky. I'm going to line up the magnet with another magnet here in the arm. And the reason I put those 3 dots in there, it tells me that it's oriented in there just perfectly. And so we're getting everything lined up exactly the way it should be. Hit this button, the arm's going to come down, place a block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing for the lens that ain't right. Just like me, I ain't right neither. Line up the magnet. Same pupillary distance, same optical center height. Ooh, that's close. Ooh, that is close. Let me flip that over. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. Let's do this side. I'm going to do this side. Either way, it's still just as close. Of course, you're plano on close to the 180. That's what it is. Okay. That's what we're doing. That's why I couldn't figure out which was top or bottom. You're so close on either side. We'll go ahead and do this one, though. Hit that button, the arm comes down, places the block onto the left lens. Sorry, just shop talk, talking to myself. This is the edger. This is what's going to do all the work while I run my mouth. It costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out and buy their own. Put it on your own kitchen counter. Then you can get your own lenses at home. You won't need some guy with 2 thumbs who's confused about up and down. That we call it this guy. The actual cutting wheel is this diamond crusted wheel over here on the left. Hang on, someone mailed me their frames. Let's make sure the address isn't showing. This is a diamond crusted wheel that's going to grind away your lens material. This wheel in the center that has that little valley, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens to stay inside the bevel of the frame. So now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck. Or by now, you know I like to call it the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. Let's wake the computer up. 1538. 1538. I'm not going to be polished the edge of the lens. I will put a safety bevel on the back surface of the lens. I'm going to hit start. The door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as this ground tracing the shape of the right side. And then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which with your prescription and higher than average astigmatism, you'll have none of that showing in this frame. Now the light flickering in the background is water to catch the optical sawdust, also known as schwarf, as it comes off the cutting wheel should this lens ever drop down onto the cutting wheel. But polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex lenses cut wet, meaning that water sprays onto the lens for the duration of the cutting cycle. Now, water will spray onto this lens, but only for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that you may see beginning to form on the edge of the lenses. But as I mentioned, your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They're virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lens material, the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. It's also the same lens material that OSHA requires that factory workers who work on factory floors wear to protect their eyes. Speaking of protection, it also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. Now, if you notice, your lens is completely flat around the edges, just like a nickel. If I were to take it out now, it would stand up on the counter, but it's just about to drop down and get the V-shaped bevel. Now you have the Crizal Prevencia. The machine that applies that costs well over $1 million. It takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different coatings onto your lens. It has to come out, be cleaned and dried in between each coating, so because of that, of the time and the expense, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on their Juanita to protect your time and investment. So water has begun spraying onto the lens, which tells me it's in the last 20 seconds. Now, anti-glare is 3 features in one. It reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, to overhead fluorescent lights and such. The second feature is that it reduces reflection, so when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses, so it makes for much better eye contact. Of course, if you take a selfie, you're less likely to see the reflection in your glasses of the camera. And the third feature, as I like to mention, it comes with the industry's hardest scratch coating. Now, the Crizal Prevencia is the blue blocking anti-glare that blocks today's harmful blue light emitted from today's electronic devices such as cell phones, computer, tablets. I'm sure I'm leaving something out. There's two ways to block harmful blue light. One of them is transitions, which no one talks about. The other, because not everyone wants transitions, is the Crizal Prevencia. Prevencia has that purplish hue because it blocks in the ultraviolet spectrum. P for Prevencia. So I'm gonna push that. Let's see if it fits. No, it doesn't. So I'm gonna take it down about 0.2 of a millimeter. We're just gonna, I usually do everything in a tenth. We're gonna jump and go to 0.2 because I could just feel how it didn't want to go. Now the old carpenter saying, measure twice, cut once. You can always cut more off of a board. You can never add it back on. So I start a little bit large and work my way down. I do not want to force the lens into the frame. If I were to force it, it would cause the frame to stretch, or what we in the industry call roll. If the lens were too large to the bottom of the frame, because that's where the most force is applied to one of the skinniest parts, the bottom of the frame would roll outwards, giving you an ugly cosmetic look as well as shortening the life of the frame. So you want a perfectionist like me cutting your lenses. I cut every pair of lenses that gets shipped worldwide. So you want a perfectionist like me cutting your lenses. I know it sounds corny, but it's that little extra at the beginning that's the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. It's that little extra at the beginning. It's not like you live next door. You can't just pop in and have me make it better. So you get one chance to make a first impression. I made a good first impression for your dad. He followed up and a day later bought a pair of glasses for you. So let's tuck this in at the outside corner. There we go, that snapped in easily. Come over here, flip that over to L. I'm going to take it down another 1/20th because you have a little bit more astigmatism in this side. Hit the start button. And just like before, the door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens will be traced by the two white styluses, this time getting very close to the edge. There you go. And of course, measuring the thickness where to place the bevel. Of course, you got no edge thickness whatsoever. Look at that. How perfect is that? So we're going to take this block off, pull the sticker away, use my hand-approved drying method, throw that in there, add to my sticker collection. We're going to come down here to the lensometer, spin the fine-tune knob back to 10, put it in over that black dot, read the power, and I am getting -50, exactly halfway between 0 and 1. That's because your prescription reads -50. You are nearsighted, so you need 2 steps of far-sighted correction. So everything starts at 0 and goes up from there in quarter increments, so 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, and so on. So you're on the second rung of a ladder for far-sighted correction. However, once we get everything in the correct size, with your glasses off, everything is large. You can see up close, great, but you need your lenses minify. That's why there's a minus sign. It will minify down to the correct size. Once it's the correct size, you have 5 additional steps of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F, and it's how we line up those two curves. -50 this way, and another -1 1/4, and it's how we line everything up to make it nice and crisp. Let me check the second curvature on your lens. And I'm ending up at -175, 1 tick mark away from 2. That's because you add -50 to -1 1/4 and you end up with -175. Now your left eye needs actually no nearsighted or farsighted correction, but it does need 10 steps of astigmatism correction. Now for anyone over 2 who's listening, over 2 diopters of astigmatism, just contact me. Everyone emails me and asks if I can do it because they've seen my videos. It's just my drop down boxes on the form only goes up to a 2 because there's certain cutoff marks, such as for like transitions. The price of transitions jumps when you go over 2 diopters. There is no additional charge for anti-glare over 2 unless it goes over 4 diopters. But, so Plano minus 250 at 167. Now these first two numbers are real values to be concerned with. This last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180, and you're actually very close. 10 is just right above the 180 meridian. 90, 180. A straight line is 0 to 180, so we're at 10 for the left eye. I'm sorry, for the right eye. For the left eye, we're at 167. So you're 10 degrees away from the 180 on your right eye. You're 13 degrees away from the 180 on your left. So really, there's only 3 degrees separating 10 and 170, if you will. So 167. So let's come down here. I'm going to open the door with my mind. You like that? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I just have to stare at it for a couple hours. So check this out. Look how thin that lens is. This is a great shape with your prescription. Of course, I ordered the thinner, lighter weight lenses. Come down here, take the block off. Well, let's push the lens in. It snaps in there easily. Let's go ahead and take the block off. Dry that off. Add to my sticker collection. Come down here. Ooh, there's barely a black dot left. Let me darken that. Let me darken that side while I'm there, because I'll need to measure that for you in a little bit. Turn the axis wheel, the fine tune knob, to 167. Put it in over the black dot. And I am getting Plano, 0 power, 0. Let's check the 10 steps of astigmatism correction. And we're getting minus 250, exactly halfway between 2 and 3. I couldn't have done a better job if I'd cut these lenses myself. Your PD is 56. I'm going to turn the card around. When I place the PD stick against my thumb on the right lens, then hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 56 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. Now this is the portion every video, as I keep moving my tissue around, that I mentioned that when you get this purchase is tax-free and includes free shipping anywhere in the US, but when you get these in the mail, there is a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side will sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and I'm no different. I'm part of that 80%, but because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. Let me give this a final cleaning. The Crizal Prevencia and Crizal Sapphire come with a little powdery coating on the lenses to protect the lenses from slipping. Of course, this has an automated chuck. It knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply. In my earliest videos on my older Santinelli equipment, I used to have to put a blue sticker on the back of the lens so that it wouldn't slip. I do not have to do that anymore. I don't have a problem with slippage, as it is called. But let's get these in standard alignment. Put it down on the counter, press down, there is no wobble. And again, when I say wobble, I'm part of that 80%. When I take my Ray-Bans off and I press down, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. And again, for those of you keeping score at home, I'm wearing the Ray-Ban 2132 New Wayfarer sunglasses, where I took the dark lenses out and put my clear transition lenses with the Crizal Sapphire coating on there. And of course, I'm wearing color 6053, which is the blue crystal, because I loves me some blue. And I'm usually wearing a blueprint with a pattern in it. And plus, that little crystal goes with my wisdom highlights that I got coming in over my ears. I earned them. That's how I earned them, but I earned them nonetheless. So, I like to tell my wife, I didn't have any gray hair when I married, but I think every man can say that. So press down, there is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do. Now again, this purchase is tax-free. People all over the internet are having to charge tax now, including Amazon, but I am in North Carolina. North Carolina considers this a medical device, so I do not have to charge tax. This frame sells for $158, zero charge for your lens, and you only pay the upgrade of $119.99 to Crizal Prevencia for a total of $277.99. If I did charge tax, let's round up to $278 times 8% tax. That would be an additional $22.25 you would have to pay if you bought from someone in a state that has to charge you tax. So I saved you that much more money by purchasing from me. So, Juanita in Baltimore. Oh, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. If you've liked what you've seen, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com. If you have a question about what frame or lens options are available, you can email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com or simply click the Contact Me button on the website. You can also leave a question or comment in the comment section below. I also send out a selfie request in every package. Your dad sent me his selfie. Juanita, I would love not just your picture, but have a picture with Dad. I would love to have a father and daughter picture on the website. I send out cleaning instructions not only for your frame and lenses so they'll last you for years, but for the premium microfiber cleaning cloth that I provide, your Rayban cleaning cloth and your Rayban case, so those two will last you for years. I field test every cleaning cloth to make sure that they work. So when you get this in the mail and you see those wrinkles, you know that it works because I field tested every one. Now I can say, Juanita in Baltimore, Maryland, thank you very much for the purchase of the Rayban 2180V. And the women love that Crizal Prevencia just for the purplish coating. And now I don't know what it is about Baltimore. I have another guy. Oh, what is his name? I'm drawing a blank. The dude, he's killing me. Oh, he's bought so many pairs of glasses from me. Non-prescription glasses with Transitions Extra Active Gray and Crizal Prevencia. Dudeson, D-U-D-E-S-O-N. That is D-U-D-E-S-O-N. If you Google my videos, you will see the other videos I've done for him. There's something about Baltimore and that purple. Maybe it's the Baltimore Ravens colors, but that purplish hue is really nice. That's how you can tell it's Crizal Prevencia. There's only one anti-glare coating that is that color. Crizal Sapphire is blue, hence the term. And of course, all the other Crizal coatings are a greenish color, greenish with a little bit of purple, mostly green. And that's how you can tell the difference between Sapphire, between Prevencia, and all the other anti-glare coatings. So, again, Juanita, thank you for the purchase of the Rayban 2180V, color 2012, which is the tortoise and the 49 eye size. And everyone else has got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.